So today we're going to go to Wild Ark Farm, which is owned by Todd Cavallo at Crystal Cornish. They're down at Pine Bush, New York, which is in the lower Hudson Valley. And they are natural winemakers. They use all kinds of fun, different ways of making wine, wild fermentation, native yeasts. You're talking about very little, if any, sulfites or SO2. Very, very bare bones winemaking, very minimalist intervention. So you're just talking about some tremendous wines, because these guys have been mentioned in Imbibe magazine, Wine Enthusiast. Hell, they even brought an entire category of wine back into, not just bringing it back, but back into vogue. If you have ever had Piquette, you need to thank Todd Cavallo, because he's the guy who brought it back. Anyway, great stuff here. You're going to have a lot of fun looking at this one. Enjoy.
Todd Cavallo and Crystal Cornish left Brooklyn in the summer of 2016 after a combined 30 years in the city to try their hand at building sustainable food systems in the Hudson Valley. Both had very limited experience in agriculture. They had grown tomatoes, peppers, herbs, and hops on city fire escapes. They were lifelong New Yorkers, but they also had a desire to prove that interesting and dynamic wines could be grown in the Hudson Valley on a small, biodynamic, permaculture-focused farm. Wild Ark Farm is a pursuit of sustainable food and beverage production within the small farm environment. Wild Ark Farm is 10 acres in the hamlet of Pine Bush, the gateway to the Gunks in the mid-Hudson Valley. The Hudson Valley has been at the heart of New York State's food production for hundreds of years, and it's also home to the oldest continually operating winery in the United States. Todd is an earnest winemaker, as I have come across. He has an ethos and a plan, and he and Crystal are hard working as can be. This is a small husband and wife operation. The farm is biodynamic, and they try to be as natural as they possibly can. The wines are made using natural local yeast through open-top fermentation, and the wines are natural as well. They did a barreling of some future reds. One was super impressive. By and large, he uses older to neutral oak. My first bottle was the Carbonic Merlot. It's a fun take on the organically grown Merlot, somewhat of a nouveau style, slightly more body and tannin. It's made with whole cluster maceration. No SO2, full 2-week carbonic maceration is sealed in stainless tank, then foot tread for an additional 3-day maceration on skins and stems. Pressed directly into neutral oak barrels, aged for 6 months in barrel, then bottled for an early release. You get bright strawberry and cherry, hints of dark cassis with a lovely taste. Prefer it cooled, cold. Excellent. Lot of fun, this wine. Wild Ark's Luca is an extended skin contact white wine made from Treminette. Hudson Valley grapes grown in Brunswick vineyards and Gardner are vinified in Pine Bush. Named for their adorable daughter, it's given a week of maceration on the skins. A very low dosage of sulfites is employed at crush, but otherwise nothing is added. Wild yeast fermentation and no filtering or fining. It's a cold, hardy hybrid grape derived from Gewürztraminer. This Treminette is lovely floral and fruity aromatics and lovely fruit throughout. A big mouthfeel for those who like big, bold whites. Really fun, interesting wine. Todd is the king of Piquette. Piquette has become quite a phenomenon recently, but Todd really deserves credit with bringing back this style. He was even named one of Wine Enthusiast's 40 under 40. Originally, Piquette was something wineries would serve to their harvest workers. It was a simple country wine, something light and pleasant. The pressed grape skins, including the leftover must, stems, and seeds included, are all soaked in water and re-fermented at low alcohol, making a fizzy beverage thanks to the addition of something sweet, usually sugar, but Todd prefers local honey in his case. Todd's genius is to add back to the final product some real wine until the Piquette reaches 7% ABV. There were no additional SO2 additions because it was whatever was in the original must. Originally, there were many varietal Piquettes, but after some streamlining, 3 remain. Originally, they appeared in bottles, but the final product comes in a very smartly packaged cans. There's Rosato Sparkling, Sparkling Cider, and Skin Contact Sparkling. I loved the Rosato, a big sour cherry bomb. If you like sour beer or sour cider, which is a popular style, especially during the summer, this Piquette is made for you. Refreshing with tremendous mouthfeel and lovely fruit, this Rosato is perfect for salads, cheese, and good old-fashioned sipping. Whether you're by the pool, in the backyard, or in the fire pit, even in the fall, it's just a great, fun, easy drinking beverage, and nice and fizzy and really just wonderful. Extended Skin Contact is made with skins of Chardonnay and Riesling grapes. Dry and light. It's got wonderful aromatics, white flowers, fresh pears, fresh sliced apples, sort of like an orange wine light experience. Fizzy, wild yeast, no filtering or refining, very low additions of sulfites being the only thing added. This was one of Todd's favorites. Again, if you like sour ciders or sour beers, this one is for you. Piatt Cider is a dry sparkling hard cider made from 2 apple varieties, Mutsu, also known as Crispin, and Golden Delicious. It's also made with orange quince, an exotic member of the apple and pear family. The cider is super fizzy with big green sour apple flavor and hints of lemon and lime with a big sour finish. It's a real thirst quencher, a lot of fun, especially cold. I really enjoy it that way.
So that's it. I hope you enjoyed our visit to Wild Ark Farm. I want to say thank you very much to Todd, who was very lovely enough to entertain me in my craziness. Great stuff. You're not going to find anything like this anywhere. You got to get your hands on it. The Piquette is definitely a different experience. Like I said earlier, if you like sour beers of any kind, you're going to love Piquette. So, and I got to say, the Rosato cold is just tremendous. That's a big fan favorite. So I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Great American Winery Stroopwaffle. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back soon. And in the meantime, drink local.